Rahman Rahim. Dear students, today we have to discuss about the history of quality, its origin and movement of quality. So for this, you can see uh, evolution of quality. It's very self-explanatory history of evolution of quality. Very interesting. I hope you will enjoy this. First of all, on the 8th day of May 1382, when 1382 documented evidence of quality concern. How this case was documented? A merchant named John Wellbagum of Canterbury was fined 6 pence for selling 2 cooked fishes that were rotten and stinking and unwholesome. The fine was imposed by the mayor of the town against the complaint of 6 citizens of town. Here is another lesson. Fine was imposed by the mayor. In 1382, how much long was their municipality system, metropolitan system? Biggest reason for concern for quality. So this fine against rotten service of rotten fishes was about the concern of quality, scarcity of resources. So food production was less and starvation was real possibility. At those times, consumer goods being handcrafted were extremely expensive. That was the time when people made things with not machines, not lavish resources were available. They made the things handcrafted. Ultimately, these were too expensive. At that time, cost of 13 quires of paper was 6 shillings and 8 pence, as against a penny for 10 eggs. If you can calculate this amount, given price, you can imagine what was uh, amount of 1 quire of paper. Hence, one bad quire of paper meant considerable loss. Imagine the plight of merchant if the whole consignment was found lacking in quality. Even today, quality is equally important. Loss of quality is invariably borne by customer. Loss of quality is invariably borne by the customer, as the real costs of quality failure are often out of proportion to the value of defective item. No seller, no producer, uh, units uh, preparing that very much item bear that cost. Before the Christ era, structures in India and Egypt show evidence of measurement and inspection. For example, precisely cut stones for pyramids and forts. Pyramids in Egypt and forts for India. Quality of those structures was due to consistent use of well-developed methods and procedures and precise measurement devices. That is the evidence of quality assurance. From here, from this theme, assurance of quality started. Before Industrial Revolution, skilled craftsmen served both as manufacturers and inspectors, building quality into their products through their considerable pride in their workmanship. They themselves were inspector, seller, manufacturer, so they had some proud over their skill. During this time, quality assurance was informal. Nobody was inspecting that quality. No one was to assure this quality. Their efforts were directed to building quality into the final product. Industrial revolution changed this basic concept to interchangeable parts like of Thomas Jefferson and F.W. Taylor. They have the theme of scientific management fame, emphasized on production efficiency and decomposed jobs into smaller work tasks. Due to the act of both of these gurus of quality, the holistic nature of manufacturing rejected. First recorded deviation from this production system was tried by French gunsmith owner Leblanc, 18th century. He developed interchangeable parts of manufacturing muskets to a standard pattern. Earlier, whole of the article was manufactured by same craftsmen. But in 18th century, idea was materialized, floated by Thomson Jefferson and Taylor that parts can be interchanged. Thomas Jefferson brought this technology to United States. Thus, in 18th century, this technology was first time introduced in US. Whitney disaster in 1798, the United States government awarded 2-year contract of supplying 10,000 muskets to L. E. Whitney. Whitney designed specific machine tools and trained workers to make parts following a fixed design. He underestimated the process variation. It took him more than 10 years to supply the muskets. That is too long time. In early 20th century, F.W. Taylor, his idea, scientific management, philosophy applied to production processes. Under this philosophy, the work was split into small jobs and workforce was trained to be master of those jobs.